Everybody. How's everybody doing? Right? Pretty cool. I'm Eliana, and I'm feel really blessed to be here with everybody. We're going to do a selection for you that is, the melody originated as one of the most famous Arabic pop songs written by basically the father of modern Arabic music, Said Darwish. And this melody was absorbed into the Jewish communities of Jews of Arab lands, and they took this melody and wrote Kol et elecha einai, my eyes look to you all the time. And I think through this selection, what we're saying is that we see the other, right? And just like in this month, we're getting near to the end of the holy month of Ramadan, and I'm not an imam, obviously, but there's a tradition that right before you break the fast at sundown in Ramadan, you look across the table at the other person across from you, look them in the eye, and panim el panim, face to face, and you say, I see you. So with this selection, we say that we see each other. We see each other, and we sing, and we play together.
طلعت يا بحلى نورهي شمس الشموس يلا بينا نبدا ونحلم لبن الجاموس عالنبع يا خلي أسمر وحليوي عواج الطاقية وقلبي غني لي غنيوي طلعت يا بحلى نورها شمس الشموس يلا بينا نبدا ونحلم لبن الجاموس طلعت يا بحلى نورها شمس الشموس يلا بينا نبدا ونحلم لبن الجاموس
شالي شالي بخير هاشمي نادي بزخوت الغرام بصوت نادي
واقف عالنبع يا خلي أسمر وحليوي عواج الطربوش وجلي غني لي غنيوي طلعت يا بحلى شموس يلا بينا نبدا ونحلم لبن الجاموس طلعت يا بحلى نورها
יונתי בחגבי הסלע, בסתר המדרגה, הריני את מראייך, השמיני את קולך, כי קולך ערב ומרך נבא. השמיני את קולך, כי קולך ערב ומרך נבא. השמיני את קולך, כי קולך ערב ומרך נבא. יונתי בחגבי הסלע, בסתר המדרגה, הריני את מראייך, השמיני את קולך, כי קולך ערב ומרך נבא. השמיני את קולך, כי קולך ערב ומרך נבא. השמיני את קולך, כי קולך ערב ומרך נבא. כי קולך ערב ומרך
אוויר הרים, צלול קיץ, וריח עולני, נישא ברוח ארבעים, עם כל העם. ובתרדמת תפילת בערב, שבויה העיר אשר בדה יושבת ובליבה
لأجلك يا مدينة الصلاة أصلي، لأجلك يا بهية المساكن، يا زهرة المدائن، يا قدس يا قدس يا مدينة الصلاة أصلي. عيوننا إليك
ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכל שירייך אני ירושלים של זהב ושל שנים רבות אתם יודעים היונה הלבנה כבר זקנה לציפורים אחרות בגילה כבר יש נכדים היונה הלבנה כבר זקנה יותר מלחמות לעצמי מאני, 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 מאני. ואם לא עכשיו, אם לא עכשיו, מתי?
Wow, how great it is to be together tonight and to be in community. Shabbat Shalom. Page 30. Shabbat, of course, the miracle of this gift of time to create space for our souls to breathe. And to create community tonight for the celebration of the installation of our newest assistant rabbi, we want to start by welcoming everybody who's here for the first time or here for the first time in a long time. So let's start over in this section. Anybody here for the first time? Could you stand so we could hear your name and where you're from?
My name is Anton, and I'm from Ukraine.
Anton from Ukraine, welcome. So happy to have you with us. Slava Ukraina. Yes?
I
Welcome. So happy to have both of you here with us tonight. And they will be there from the LGBT community in Ukraine, and after services, for those who would like to talk to them about the situation in Ukraine, they'll be staying here in the sanctuary for those who would like to talk to about Ukraine tonight. And we will, unfortunately, tonight wasn't the right time to have them speak to the congregation, but we will arrange that the next time you come, or we'll do a Zoom with you in Ukraine. Randy, my wife, and I just were in Lviv a couple of months ago, actually last month. So welcome, so happy to have you with us. Slava Ukraina. Okay, who else is here for the first time? Over in this section, we've covered this section. Anybody else? Yes.
My name is Larry Moss. I'm from Chicago, and I'm a good friend of all the people and dogs who lived in the pod in Boston.
Larry Moss from Chicago, who's friends with the people in the pod from Boston. And their dogs. Wonderful. Welcome. So happy to have you here with us tonight. Anybody else in this area? All right, let's do this middle section. I think there... What? Did I miss somebody?
No, they were just grunting.
Okay, let's hear from the middle section. So if you could just introduce yourselves. We're very blessed to have with us a lot of guests tonight of Rabbi Weber, so we would like to officially welcome you. Sarah Berman. Sarah and Harvey Berman, who are parents of one of our guest speakers tonight, Rabbi Dan Berman from Boston. Wonderful, welcome. Micah is sitting next to them, who's the son of Rabbi Berman. Micah, we're so thrilled to have you here, who's a senior in high school. Welcome, Micah. And how about Rabbi Werber's parents? Would you stand and just introduce yourself? So we're here. Welcome. We're so happy to have both of you, Max and Renee Werber, with us. Thank you for your daughter. All right, let's go down the second row. Would you just introduce yourself? We have a...
Yeah, my name is Joey Glick. I'm visiting from Minneapolis, and I'm a former classmate and housemate of Gal.
And are you a rabbi?
Yeah.
Yep. So we have a lot of rabbis here who are classmates and other friends of Rabbi Weber, so please let us know if you're a rabbi.
I'm at a community called which is a queer school in Minneapolis.
Many of us know Stacy Offner and Michael Latz, so we have a lot of history with Shir Tikva. Wonderful.
Hi, I'm Adele. I used to be her former housemate of Adele, not a rabbi.
Not a rabbi. You're welcome.
Pillar of the community.
But a pillar of the community. Beautiful.
I am Julia. Many similar things to what Joey said. Former classmate and housemate of Adele, and I'm from Boston.
Welcome. And a rabbi? And a rabbi. Excellent. Okay. We have a really serious pod of rabbis here.
Hi, I'm Yaakov. We overlap not in time, but in space in the house.
Uh-huh. Ooh, that's heavy. Welcome. So happy to have you. In the next row, who's from the family or friends of Rabbi Weber? Go ahead.
I'm Justin, and not a rabbi.
Justin, we love you anyway, Justin. Welcome.
I'm Adam, also not a rabbi. Friend of Yael's.
Beautiful. Welcome. So happy to have you here.
Hi, I'm a rabbi. I'm Italian.
There is a pattern here.
I'm Italian time. I serve a community in Boston called Temple Sinai.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Sarah Blumenthal. I'm also a rabbi. I'm a classmate, and I serve a community in North Jersey in Caldwell.
Ooh, that got a good reaction. Beautiful.
Rabbi Bashi Eleanor, and I was a classmate of Yael's as well, and I work at Temple Beth Elohim in Boston.
Beautiful. Welcome. More rabbis.
Hi, I'm Rabbi. I'm not from
Beautiful. Anybody else in this section who's new? Yes, in the back.
Hi, I'm Alyssa. This is my first day. I'm originally from Chicago, so shout out to Larry.
Alyssa in Clinton Hill, Brooklyn. Welcome. Anybody else in the back? Okay, so would you stand and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Olivia Hall. I'm a former roommate of Yael.
Beautiful. And anybody else? Yes.
I'm Joe. I'm a rabbinical student in New York.
Joe, a rabbinical student in New York. What?
Dov.
I can't hear a word. Dov, a rabbinical student in New York. Thank you. Welcome. All right, anybody else in the section downstairs? All right, is there any? Yes, please introduce yourself.
Good Shabbos, I'm Sally Charno, and I'm from Brooklyn, and I'm not a rabbi.
Sally from Brooklyn, not a rabbi. We love you. Welcome. And anybody upstairs in the balcony, new or here for the first time in a long time? And of course, we want to do a huge shout out and a welcome to Rabbi Yael Rapport, who is here tonight. We just call her Yael Senior for tonight's installation of the other Yael, but we're so thrilled to have you back with us. It's so wonderful to have you here. So to light our Shabbos candles, I'd like to invite all those who served on the Assistant Rabbi Search Committee and to honor the hard and diligent work of this group of people who really dedicated themselves to months and months and months of work. The outcome, of course, we celebrate tonight with Rabbi Yael Weber. Tasha Calhoun, Andrew Kaplan, Sabrina Farber, Roland Gregg, Neil Hoffman, Jennifer Kleinbaum, Josh Lehrer, Regina Linder, Ari Muntz, Yolanda Podosinski, Rabbi Yael Rapport, and Roderick Weinstein-Dial. So would all of you, I was also on the committee, join us for the candle lighting as we say thank you to the Assistant Rabbi Search Committee for doing such a great job. Yay!
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu
Please rise in body or spirit as we welcome angels of peace who are hovering above, waiting to see if we welcome these angels of peace. Shalom Aleichem, page 40. And as you sit down, please wish good Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom to everyone around you. Introduce yourself to someone new. Page 52. Psalm 29, page 62. Please stand. Please be seated. Page 66, Lecha Dodi, the ability to find joy in the most difficult times is somewhat based on our ability to allow joy to become part of our life at all different times. We Jews seem to be a little allergic to joy. It makes us anxious. It's like, oh my God, if we're happy, right? We don't. So here's the challenge that Shabbos has. Shabbos gives us the opportunity to try and not deny the despair, the depression, the anxiety, the fear. We just put it in a little bucket. It'll be there tomorrow night. It's always going to be there. It comes naturally to us. So this is a chance to try on something that's not so natural to us. And that's a good spiritual challenge. To remember that joy is an essential part of being a human being, an essential part of being alive. And guess what? It takes at least as much work as depression does. And we don't give it enough opportunity. You got to work at it. The Dalai Lama said, you have to create the conditions in which you will find happiness. Don't focus on happiness or joy. Focus on creating the conditions in which those things might occur. That's work we can do. What are the things you need in your life that you know? You focus on those things, there's a chance you'll actually feel some joy. You'll feel some happiness. Shabbos is an important piece of that. Oneg Shabbat, the joy of Shabbat, the ability to understand that whatever else is happening in the world, in our lives, we're given this incredible space, this luxurious, soul-breathing space. And it's not because we deny how horrible the world is, or the incredibly depressing optics in the universe, or in our own personal lives, but it's actually because of them that we use those foundations of despair and depression and hurt and anger to create a scaffolding. And we climb up that scaffolding and we say, okay, all those things are a piece of me, but you know what? There's other things too. And maybe I've buried them, or maybe I feel like they're out of reach. I realize I'm mixing all the metaphors here, but you know what I mean. So Lecha Dodi itself, as we talk about all the time on Shabbos, reminds us that destruction is never the end of the story. There's another story that happens if we're willing to create it. So this comes after the 6 Psalms of creation, the 6 Psalms of Shabbat, the 6 Psalms of the week, to lead us into the 7th Psalm of Shabbat. So try and figure out personally, what are the conditions in which you need to have to feel some joy in your life? Where's the place you need to go? And see the verses of Lecha Dodi a little bit as a ladder. And maybe with each one, you can intentionally move yourself a little bit higher, a little bit more open, a little bit more full of joy. And you know, if I don't feel like you're adequately joyous, I will stop and yell at you. Okay, page 66.
שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה. מראש מקדם משוכה, סוף מעשה מחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת מקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת מקבלה. מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה, קום מצאי מתוך הפרחה. רב לך שבט בעמק הברכה, והוא יחמור עלייך חמלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת מקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת מקבלה. התנערי מעפר קומי, לבשי בגדי תיבתך עמי. אריה בן ישי בית הלחמי, קורבה אל נפשי גאלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת מקבלה. לך לך תביא לקראת קלה, יללה 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 קדיש שבת מקבל לו.
And from there, we go to gratitude. So much for which we express this essence of gratitude. It is an essential part of being a spiritually mature human being, to know the importance of being able to say thank you. In times in which it is easy to do that, and in times in which it is hard. In times in which we feel like saying thank you, and in times when we don't. That's the discipline that we're required, the muscles that we're required to develop. And this is the Psalm for Shabbat, page 72. Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat, Tov Lehodot Adonai.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת.
Page 78, please stand if you're able.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
Please be seated. Please read with me on page 84. I hear and behold God in every object. Why should I wish to see God better than this day? I see something of God each hour of the 24 and each moment then. In the faces of men and women I see God, and in my own face in the glass. I find letters from God dropped in the street, and every one is signed by God's name. And I leave them where they are, for I know that wheresoe'er I go, others will punctually come forever and ever.
מעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני. המעריב ערבים, אהבת עולם בית ישראל, עמך שבחך, אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך ובביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
We continue individually with the final two paragraphs of the Shema. If we are able to develop an ecological consciousness, if we treat the earth with respect, if we are aware that we are embedded in a great web of life of which God is the ultimate source and sustainer, then the earth will bear fruit for us, and the rain will come in its season. But if we believe we can trample on or transcend the constraints of nature, if we forget the sacredness of all things and make idols of our own wealth and power, the earth will not grant its produce, and both we and our world may perish.
Adonai Elohechem Emet.
Page 94.
יפד אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
Page 10 in your Shabbat program. Shelter us beneath thy wings, Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things. Keep us safe throughout the night till we wake with morning's light. And please, God, teach us wrong from right. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. Ve'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guide us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us God wrong from right. Amen. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. Ve'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, baruch ata Adonai. הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל כל העמים ועל ירושלים.
Page 102, please stand if you're able. Chetzi Kaddish is on page 104, followed by the Shabbat Amida, and either the words of the Amida, which are for Shabbat, on pages 106 to 119, or the alternative meditations, a Marge Piercy poem based on the themes of the Amida, or your own reflections, prayers, and thoughts at this time. And be seated when you're done with your own personal prayers. Page 104.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה ועמד דברי קריאותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומייכון ובחיי בכל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב וימרו וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמד קודשה ברכו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה וימרו
Page 118 and 119. Oh my God, keep my tongue from speaking evil and my lips from telling lies. Help me protect myself from those who curse me. May my soul be quiet, for my soul will be as dust whatever may come. Open my heart to your Torah. Make me eager to fulfill your mitzvot, and to those who believe cruel things of me, dissolve their plans and uncloud their minds soon. Do so for your sake. Do so for the sake of your righteousness. Do so for the sake of your holiness, for the sake of your Torah. Do so to release your loved ones. Reach out your hand to me. Answer me.
Elohai nitzor shani mera, usmatai milaber ושפתיים ידבר ברוח, ולמכן אליי נפשי תדום, ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה אלוהי, אלוהי נצור לשוני מרע, ושפתיים ידבר ברוח, ולמכן אליי נפשי תדום, ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה ליבי
Mishaberach Imotenu Sarah Rivka Leah Rachel Bilha Vizilpa Vavotenu Avraham Yitzchak V'Yaakov. May the Holy One who has blessed our ancestors bless and heal all those who are sick among our community today. We hold in our prayers for healing Tony Armstrong Jr., Ruthie Berman, Julian Collins, Mickey Dickinson, Erica Foreman, Cynthia Friedman, Lori Krotman, Bernice Cohn-Mazer, Alan Messer, Ethel Presser, Bill Rosenblum, Linda Solomon, Terry Tamola, Chaya Batzvi Vibatya, Mordechai Ben Nachman Vabela Rivka. Please say out loud any other names for whom we pray for healing tonight. May those who will not be healed on this earth be blessed with nights free from suffering and days filled with peace. May God grant strength and comfort to all those who are caring for the sick. And may God help all of us to find hope and courage. May all who are ill be surrounded by the love of friends, loving companions, families, and community. And let us say, Amen. And prayer for our country, which is in our programs on page 12, will be led by Rabbi Weber's parents, Max and Renee Weber. Would you join us, please?
Hi. Are we reading the whole thing? All right, here we go. Source of all life. Guide our leaders with righteousness, strengthen their hearts, but keep them from hardening, that they may use their influence and authority to speak truth and act for justice.
May all who dwell in this country share in its bounty, enjoy its freedoms, and be protected by its laws. May this nation use its power and wealth to be a voice for justice, peace, and equality for all who dwell on earth.
May we be strong and have courage to be bold in our action and deep in our compassion, to discern when we must listen and when we must act, to uproot bigotry, intolerance, misogyny, racism, discrimination, and violence in all its forms.
To celebrate the many faces of God reflected in the wondrous diversity of humanity, to welcome the stranger and the immigrant, and to honor the gifts of those who seek refuge and possibility here, as they have since before this nation was born.
Let justice well up like waters, and righteousness like a mighty stream. Amen.
Page 138.
יתגדל ויתקדש שם רבה ויעמד דברי כרותי וימליך מלכותי בחיי חונה וימי חונה בחיי דכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן תתקבל צלות הון ובאות הון דכל ישראל קדם אבו הון וישמעיה ואמרו אמן יהי שלום הרב אמן שמעיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן עושה שלום ממרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן.
Thank you so much to our newly installed cantor Sam Rosen, to our fabulous CBST community chorus, our fabulous music director Joyce Rosenzweig, our fabulous Barbara Friedman on percussion, and our fabulous Judy Ribnick on clarinet. What a beautiful musical service, so deep, so beautiful. Thank you, all of you, so much. And now we get this joyous job of this installation Tekes. This Tekes at CBST has been in development over the many years since I was first installed at CBST. on September 11th in 1992. And we most recently used the CBST Special Installation Tech S for our cantor. And this is an extraordinary year in which we are installing and welcoming 2 new clergy to CBST, which has been really thrilling. And for all different reasons, it's an extraordinary moment for a congregation to pause, to create space in the life of the calendar, of the many busy things that are required, of all the different Shabbatot and holidays and all the different meetings and Zoom and in person and limud and all the classes, to pause and reflect on what it is to establish a relationship as a congregation with a person who becomes one of our spiritual leaders. And this is what we are doing, is creating this space to say that this is a covenantal relationship between a congregation and a new spiritual leader. And of course, Rabbi Yael Weber is not entirely new to CBST, which makes it so beautiful, as Cantor Rosen had been an intern for 2 years in his case before becoming a full-time member of our clergy. Rabbi Weber was an intern for 1 year before becoming a full member of our clergy. But let me tell you something, it's really different. Some of you might just see her and think, wow, she's just doing the same thing she did as an intern, and this can't be very difficult to shift from one to the other. Let me cast aside any thought of that. It is an entirely different animal. And we are so lucky that she chose us, and I think for you, you're lucky we chose you. This is a covenantal relationship. And what's so wonderful is how deeply beloved you already are at CBST. Now, the assistant rabbi position at CBST is not a new one. Our first assistant rabbi came to CBST in 1999 when I went on my first sabbatical, and we realized then in those 90s that it would not be possible not to have somebody here. And we were very lucky. I was working with the Ford Foundation at the time to find a way to get them to support us. And guess what? They supported the idea of our bringing on an assistant rabbi. And the synagogue quickly saw how valuable it was to have a second full-time rabbi. And in the course of time, we've had 4 assistant associate rabbis, and Rabbi Weber is now the 5th. One of the things that makes CBST a remarkable place that I have really tried to foster over these years is that anybody who has been a Cooperberg Master Rabbinical intern or a cantorial intern, we try to foster the sense of an alumni association with retreats every couple of years and a lot of relationships that develop that remain for the course of the professional lives and personal lives of our former interns. But within that group, there is a really special group of those who have been assistant or associate rabbis. And the 5 of them now, with you as our 5th, are really an extraordinary group that have made deep relationships among them. And I think it's really fitting that you wanted to have as one of your speakers tonight, one of your mentors, number 4 on the assistant rabbi list. And it's a really profound reflection on you as well as on Rabbi Rapport. But you're not just being installed by Rabbi Rapport, you are really becoming part of this community of former assistant associate rabbis as the current one. And so we thought it would be appropriate to have all of them participate tonight and to welcome you into the fellowship or I'm not even sure what the right word is. It's a very unique group of former assistant and associate rabbis. And so we have with us tonight, via video, Rabbi Roderick Young, Rabbi Ayelet Cohen, and Rabbi Rachel Weiss, the first 3 assistant or associate rabbis. And some of you know I like to collect interns and assistant rabbis like baseball cards. So our first assistant rabbi, Roderick, was a gay man from HUC, so Reform Movement, which we're so proud of. The second, Rabbi Ayelet Cohen, straight woman from JTS, the conservative movement, at a time when the conservative movement would not even allow a gay student to be there. She changed JTS then on behalf of the LGBT world, and she is now there as the dean of the conservative movement. We love that. And the third of our assistant rabbis was from the Reconstructionist Rabbinical College, Rabbi Rachel Weiss, a lesbian woman. And then we went back to HUC with Rabbi Rapport, and now with you, I collect another baseball card, Hebrew College. But it's not all about me. We are thrilled, and so now I'd like to invite the former assistant and associate rabbis to offer blessings to you. Jason?
Rabbi Yael Weber, Mazal Tov on becoming the assistant rabbi at CBST. I so envy you because you now have one of the best jobs in the world. And you work with two of my absolute favourite people, Rabbi Sharon Kleinbaum and Tasha, though I'm sure you will also be working with many other wonderful people whom it's not my privilege to know as well. Let me tell you that the most difficult part of your job will be sitting in meetings with RSK. I never go anywhere without my bobble doll of RSK. And in those meetings, she may well flick rolled up pieces of paper at you. She may well fire rubber bands at you. And your job is always to keep your composure and never to laugh. I used to crack up all the time, but maybe you will have more fortitude than me. You are about to embark on the most wonderful journey. The CBST congregants are second to none anywhere in the world. RSK suggested that the former assistant rabbis give you a blessing. Well, my blessing has to come from one of my favourite writers of all time, the great Jewish-American playwright Tony Kushner. At the end of Angels in America, his character Prior says, "You are fabulous creatures, each and every one, and I bless you. More life. The great work begins." Yael, for you, the great work begins, and it will be fabulous.
Mazal Tov. I'm so sad not to be able to be with you in person tonight, and so thrilled to offer some words of blessing on your installation. As you embark on this sacred journey with CBST, which is itself blessing, as you offer learning and guidance and comfort and challenge your Torah, may you be nourished. Ke'etz shatul al mayim, like a tree planted on living waters. When you reach out your roots thirsty, may you find the people, the wisdom, the peace, the generosity, the forgiveness, the faith to soothe and sustain and energize you in this holy work. May you and this community greet each other with chesed and tzedek, with love, generosity, curiosity, and joy. Mazal Tov.
Hello from Evanston, CBST. It is wonderful to wish you all a Shabbat Shalom and to celebrate Rabbi Weber as she becomes the new assistant rabbi. It has been said that as much as the Jewish people have kept Shabbat, Shabbat has kept the Jewish people. And the same is true for the rabbis and CBST. We might think that as much as the CBST rabbis and clergy have kept CBST, the congregation, going, it's really the CBST congregants that have kept the rabbis engaged, curious, stretching, laughing, and so full in this remarkable, remarkable holy place. Rabbi Weber, my blessing for you is that you be filled with courage, with openness, with humor, and with humility. May all of us continue to experience the blessings that are CBST. And if Rabbi Kleinbaum ever tells you she's going to a protest, but don't worry, she won't get arrested, don't believe her. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. What a wonderful night to celebrate together.
And now I'm thrilled to invite back to the bima Rabbi Yael Rapport.
I am the most recent assistant rabbi of Congregation Beit Simchat Torah, and I am here to tell you that your ruby slippers are in the mail. Mazal tov, Yael. You know on an intimate level that for me, as someone who has worked with you, laughed with you, sung with you at the top of our lungs, learned and taught with you, that for you to step into this chain, this amazing chain of assistant rabbis that I feel such gratitude to be part of, it's an extraordinary blessing. Kosi revaya, my cup overflows. Yael, I'll be honest that when I saw the pasuk you chose for your installation, V'shavti b'veit Adonai le'orech yamim, I thought, Psalm 23, brave choice. And then when I zoomed into the words and I thought about what a profound and simple wish this is, to linger in the presence of the divine as long as humanly possible, for as long as we are granted the length of our days. And I could hear it in your voice. I thought, wow, yeah, perfect choice. The idea of that ideal, that what one might wish for most in this lifetime is to experience God's presence, is also reflected in one of my other favorite psalms that is also uniquely treasured at CBST, Psalm 27. In those words, Shivti b'veit Adonai kol yamei chayai, when asked, only one thing do I long for, and it's the same, to sit in God's presence for all the days of my life. Yael, you know so much about the shape of this wish. You literally wrote your thesis on the liturgy of longing. You have sat with so many people in their moments of sadness and moments of celebration and helped them open up their own access to God's presence in that space. The variety and depth of experiences that brought you to this place have each taught you the lessons of where God's presence can be found and where it feels so far away. And each one of those experiences technicolors your teachings, your writing, your pastoral leadership, and even the most passing conversation with everyone you encounter with love, care, and warmth. To spend even a minute in your presence is to feel like holy presence is possible. Kosi revaya, it overflows from you. That phrase, Kosi revaya, is one of my absolute favorites from Psalm 23. And it illustrates so much for me about CBST. As you all know, this is a community that is legendary for its overflow. CBST overflows with pride, with passion, with creativity. It doesn't fill anything halfway. It's always right up to the brim, spilling over. But for me, CBST isn't just the vessel that overflows, it's the saucer underneath. It's the container that's there on purpose because life overflows. It's like how on Shabbat and Havdalah, you're supposed to fill your Kiddush cup to overflowing to illustrate the abundance of blessings you receive. For so many people, CBST was here to hold them in their overflow in important moments of their life. I am one of those people. I've overflowed a lot at CBST. I'm overflowing a little bit now. Whether it was moments of personal transition in my own life, whether it was moments that were sacred to our CBST community, whether it was moments when I and so many were feeling national, worldwide overflow, CBST held me and supported me. Yael, my blessing for you is may your cup run over with blessings and important moments in this chapter of your life you're sharing with CBST. May your overflow be blessed because it's human and because it's divine. And may your community hold you as you hold them, as they've held me. When you say Kosi Revaya, my cup overflows.
You're amazing. So wonderful to have you back. So beautiful. And now some words from the Midrash and from Pirkei Avot, the Crown of Torah. On page 10 of the program, we sing these words. Upon three things the world stands: truth, judgment, and peace. Make for yourself a teacher and acquire a friend. Make your study of Torah a fixed practice. Say little and do much.
Al shosha devarim ha'olam kayam al ha'emet ve'al hadin ve'al
How fabulous was that? Breathtaking. Aselecha Rav u'kanelecha chaver. Yael, you have a lot of chaverim here. You have a lot of friends here, and you have a lot of teachers here. This is something deep about you, that you collect the people who create the world in which you want to live. And it's a real tribute to you that these friends of yours have gathered from near and far to be here. And as well as one of your most important mentors is with us. And I'm delighted to invite Rabbi Dan Berman, whose full biography is in the program. And as you know, we don't do the full biographies from the Bima, but they're there for all to read. And was your rabbi when you were an intern before CBST got you at Temple Re'im in Massachusetts. So Rabbi Berman, I'm honored to invite you to offer some words as one of Rabbi Weber's rabbis.
Thank you so much, Rabbi Clownbaum, and thank you to everyone, Cantor Rosen, wonderful musical team. It's really moving. It's very, very special to be here with you. Your family, all your friends. It feels like home, actually. So I want to start by just telling you something I'm sure you already know, which is that Yael is amazing. You are so blessed, so fortunate to have Yael serve this community as your rabbi. And Yael, you are so blessed and so fortunate to have this very special community here to receive you and to support you and to love you. I got to first know Yael a number of years ago now when she was recommended to me as we were developing an annual Shabbaton, like a multi-generational event that we have in my community, Temple Re'im. And we sat down together to shape and try to give life to what the program would be on that Shabbat. And I remember this very vividly. Yael, you and I sat together with Tyler and in a room at Hebrew College, and we were trying to figure out what should the theme be? What should we talk about, teach about? And we decided where we landed is that we wanted to cultivate in the community a sense of what it meant to have one's own Torah. To have one's own Torah, I mean two primary questions. One is, what do you really believe in? Totally committed to, absolutely faithful to. And then secondly, what uniqueness, what's special about you, what's genuine about you that you can use, what skill, what joy, what love do you have that you can bring into the world in order to actualize and bring to life that deep belief. So I've been reflecting, Yael, on your Torah. And what I've come to really believe about you, Yael, and seen and witnessed so many times is that you believe so deeply in the goodness of people. You fulfill the mitzvah, dan chafzechut, to always see the goodness, to always see the possibilities in others. And this may sound intuitive. We should see the good in others. It may sound easy or instinctive, but in fact, at a time of such divisiveness and rupture, at a time where there's fracture in the world, to believe in the goodness of people is an extraordinary act of spiritual courage. And you bring that belief into the world with a deep skill set. You are an extraordinary teacher of Torah. You expand our minds and you open our hearts. As a teacher of Torah at Re'im, I was to see the faces of the students just open up, their hearts bleeding, wanting to know more and learn more and feel your passion. You teach through the lens of chen, chesed, v'rachamim, of grace and compassion and love. And you are an amazing darshanit, a storyteller, one who looks deeply into the ancient texts and brings it alive through your unique values and love in the world. Your Torah has brought me to a deeper place in my own Torah. And I am so fortunate, so blessed to know you, to have been your partner in the service of community. You have animated our community and activated our greatest gifts. Yael was an intern at Reim during the opening stages of the pandemic, so this was not an easy time to be a rabbi in community. But you stepped in and you held the community with your love. And I want to just mention one event in the life of Reim that you held so beautifully, which was we had, as I know many communities have, a number of people whose mental health challenges became quite exacerbated at the beginning of the pandemic. And there was one woman who came to me and said, I need someone to hold me through this time. And I turned to Yael and said, here's someone who I think you can support. And you spent every week, every couple weeks, speaking with her, honoring her, lifting her up, so much so that she still comes to me and says, I'm different now because of my time together with Yael. That is my bracha for you, Yael. Keep bringing your Torah into the world. You are so full of passion and compassion. We need your gifts. We need to be touched by you. May you open yourself up to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, who is the source of all bracha. May you be a vessel for kindness and decency, a vessel for passion and compassion, and a vessel for conviction and forgiveness. May you touch this community, and may you allow this community to touch you. Mazel tov.
So now I'd like to ask the congregation to rise, and we continue our blessing. And Rabbi Berman, I couldn't help but think every word you said, every person in this room who knows her already completely identifies with every word. So on page 8 of our of the program, you'll see the congregational blessing. And Yael, I'd like to ask you to join me here so you can see the congregation. And different people and groups in the congregation are going to say different words so that we're going to hear different voices as we offer this blessing to you as a congregation. We begin with our president, Sabrina Farber.
Eloheinu, Elohei, Eloheinu, Eloheinu. Our God and God of our ancestors, help our new assistant rabbi, the teacher of Torah. Help her to lead our community in prayer. Help her to comfort those in pain. Help her to guide our children. May this partnership of ours that redeem in the life of this community, transform the world, improve the lives of LGBTQ people everywhere. May the world be open to her work and Torah, and may she help the Jewish world be better stronger.
May we be partners together in prayer, joining our voices in search of wholeness and God's presence in ourselves and in our word. Eloheinu v'Elohei Oreinu. Our God and God of our ancestors, give strength to our new assistant rabbi. Help her to lead us in the pursuit of justice. Help her to teach us the ancient texts and stories of our people. Help her to create with us our own texts, our own stories, our own Torah. May we learn from her wisdom and be open to her Torah. May we be partners joining together in repairing our broken world. May we work together with love and humor, forgiveness and support.
Eloheinu v'Elohei Horeinu. Our God and God of our ancestors, teach our new rabbi your ways. Let her know patience and humor. Let her be strong and resolute.
And let us say, Amen. And now I'd like to invite you may be seated. I'd like to invite Noemi Maslia from our Executive Committee and Board of Directors, but also representing the B Mitzvah cohort, the adult B Mitzvah cohort, and our president, Sabrina Farber.
Okay, before I say a few words to Rabbi Weber, I would like the adult mitzvah group to please rise if you're able. I'm so touched I was able to say that. Anyway, and also the ones on the other side of the screen, probably wearing slippers. May you please rise. Okay, so Rabbi Weber, our adult b'mitzvah cohort group installed you as our rabbi some time ago, when you were still an intern. We didn't wait. So you, with Mia Rothstein and Cantor Samrosen, have been the guiding lights in our journey. And I speak for the cohort in expressing our appreciation of your teachings and your sharing with us your sensitive, rich, modern, eye-opening interpretations of Torah. You have taught us how to ask hard questions, how to think deeply, and how to look and find ourselves in the liturgy. This is in our goal to feel and be more Jewish. And you do it with a great sense of humor. When we feel nervous and even insane about our upcoming trips to the Bima, you are our therapist. You give us comfort and compliments, and you convince us that, yes, of course we can do it, and we will be amazing. And we are a lucky bunch. So you're a blessing to us. You're a gift to us. And so with so much gratitude, we say, Mazel Tov!
I don't usually have gifts up here, so I apologize. And I'm glad you're already here, so I don't have to look out there. I can just look right at you and say to you, Yael Weber, it is my great honor to stand before you today to present this gift to Rabbi Yael Weber on behalf of the entire CBST community on this occasion of your installation. And as you know, gifts at CBST are always deeply meaningful, and we never miss an opportunity to send a message along with love and thanks. Our gift to you today, Rabbi Weber, there are two things. The first is a Mi Polin mezuzah from Poland. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Mi Polin is a group of artists and fabricators in Warsaw who have scoured Eastern Europe for the remnants of lost Jewish communities. They look for traces of mezuzot left on doorposts from before World War II. They then lovingly cast these shadows in bronze and create mezuzot from them. And at CBST, we were so moved by this project that we placed one on each and every one of our doors in our space here to commemorate those lives lost from those vibrant Jewish communities. So, Rabbi Weber, it is our hope that you will post this mezuzah on your door to remind you of CBST and the history and culture you so lovingly teach and transmit every day. You continue to open new doors for us by sharing your wisdom and passions with the community, and we hope we open new doors for you as well. Not to be completely outdone, there is also a framed copy of the installation invitation, which is lovely, and we hope you will mount that prominently in your office or at home. Thank you. Stay up here. All right, little stage directions. I'd like to invite all the past presidents who are here in the sanctuary, the CBST current board of directors, and CBST clergy, our interns, Rabbi James, Rabbi Rapport, to join us as we take the tallit. Be careful with the... And we ask everyone to stand as we offer these ancient words of blessing and ask Rabbi Weber to stand under the rainbow tallit held by... Okay. Little stage directions. Jason, we have everybody here.
Yishmerecha
May you be surrounded by God's love.
Ya'er Adonai panav eilecha v'yichuneka kein yehi ratzon.
May the Holy One's light forever guide your path.
Yisa Adonai panav eilecha v'yasem lecha
May the Creator bring you wholeness and peace. Mazel tov.
Okay, thank you. I didn't even have all my words of Torah up here with me. I'm a little bit shaking. I'm so overcome. And I'm taking a moment just to look at every single one of you and just express my gratitude that you're all here. Just really, thank you so much. So even when I was writing my words of Torah, my words of gratitude, I felt a little bit too overcome with what to say. How to share my love and appreciation for this community, for this moment. It means so much, and words feel like they're so little. So instead, I will turn to some Torah to help me at least a little bit with the Parsha this week, Vayishlach. Vayishlach is the story of the night that Jacob wrestles with the angel, with the Ish, before ultimately facing his past and reconciling with his brother Esav. In many ways, it is both the culmination of his life before becoming the leader of the Jewish people, the end of his time with Lavan, the end of his time on the run, and the beginning of his new life, the beginning of his binding his name with the name of the people of Israel. I relate to Jacob because I too have had many lives and paths before ultimately choosing to become a rabbi. And when it came time to take on the word rabbi, to bind my name with the name of the people of Israel, it also felt in some ways like a struggle, like wrestling with the divine. Finding a place that fit all versions of myself seemed hard to do, because I had a pretty robust wish list of what would be the perfect community for me. And I like to get what I want. I wanted a place where I could be fully myself. Deeply spiritual and Torah-filled, but not rigid. A place that cared about Jewish tradition, but wasn't wholly restricted by halakha, Jewish law. A place where I could be my joyful and light self, but still acknowledge deep sadness and understand that both are meaningful. A place that understood desire and what it means to cry out for the things we so seriously want out of life, while also being a place that appreciates the silliness and the strangeness and the fun of Judaism. I wanted a place that loves and celebrates love in all its forms, or that loves love and celebrates it in all its forms. Maybe especially because, as a single straight woman, I did not always feel that I have fit in a world that celebrates hetero partnerships to the exclusion of all other types of love. And I wanted a place that acknowledged my chosen family as seriously as my given family. So I wanted a lot of things. And then without even really looking for it, I found you. I found CBST, which was all of these things. So what I want to say to you right now, with all of my heart, is that as much as you have chosen me, I have also really chosen you, as my home, as my community, as my people. When Yaakov and Esav finally meet up after Jacob's encounter with the angel, Jacob is wounded at the hip and walking slowly. These are the words Esav says to Yaakov. Vayomer, Nisa v'nelecha ve'elecha negdecha. Let us start on our journey and walk together, and I will walk next to you. So I will say the same to you. Let us start on our journey together. Let us walk this life together, and I will walk next to you. Without knowing what is ahead, whatever is waiting for us in the future, let's walk next to each other and go there together. I will walk next to you. I couldn't have gotten to this point without the support and help of so many people, so now is time for some gratitude. And please bear with me because I really have more than I can name at the moment, but I'm going to try. And if I could, I would say thank you to every single one of you. So first to my parents, you have witnessed me. You have witnessed me go through many different versions of myself. You've witnessed me go down many different paths. I didn't think I was going to cry. Not all of them easy. And yet you have always believed in me, always supported me, always grounded me. You've helped me move more times than anyone should. And you reminded me that I am loved and capable of taking on whatever the world has in store for me. Thank you. To my friends, my chosen family, my classmates, the joy of having a pod cannot be matched. And your presence sustained me these last 5 years through the hardest and most joyful of times. The fact that you're here means the world to me. Thank you. To my teachers, especially my mentors, Rabbi Berman and Rabbi Rapport, for the way you both took me in as a student, guided me expertly through periods of uncertainty, and ultimately emerged as colleagues and friends. I am so grateful. Rabbi Berman, I admire your rabbinate so much, and getting to witness you up close as a role model, and your Mentorship, thank you. Beyond words, thank you. Rabbi Rapport, your intuition amazes me. The amount of times that I was in my kitchen or here at CBST talking through a hard time with friends only to receive a perfectly timed message from you saying the exact perfect thing. There are no words. Thank you for your kindness always. To my colleagues, Cantor Rosen and Joyce and all of the staff here at CBST, I say every week how blessed I am and how blessed I feel that this is the team that I landed with and get to work with. And I will say it again. The joy I feel getting to lead this community and daven with both of you is unmatched. I am so blessed. And lastly, to Rabbi Kleinbaum. The word gratitude is insufficient for how I feel getting to work with you every day. It is your mentorship, your kindness, and your generosity that have made me feel truly at home here. I learn from you every single day, migadol ve'ad katan, from the greatest to the most insignificant of things, in the realm of the rabbinate and in the realm of life. Thank you for seeing me as I am. I am so, so thankful. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I have to say.
And now would the rabbis come back up here, and let's thank God for having the merit of living to this moment. Please stand if you're able. Interns, please join us. Rabbi Berman.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Don't sit down. Page 140.
לשבח לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית שברא אותנו וצלמו ונפח בנו את נשמת חיינו שהעמיק אותנו בלימוד תורתו וקידשנו
Please be seated. We pause now to remember those we've loved and lost, either in recent days or in the season and years past. We offer our deepest condolences to CBST member Judy Hollander on the death of her former partner and longtime friend, Ann Waters, who died on December 5th. To CBST member Danny Jacobson on the death of his cousin Lucy Jacobson, who died on December 9th. We mark the yortzites tonight of Lee Levin, Tim Mensch, Paul Kaplan, and Randolph Dunavant. Family and friends, Jenno Gewurz, David Chachkis, Celia Weinberg, Omer Neve, Heather Rosberg, Beatrice Train, Philip Eppenstein, Saul Gass, Jerry Gray, Morton Karpa, Israel Klamer, Alice Volozhin, Donald Sullivan, and Shirley August. If you are in mourning or observing a yortzeit, or if it's your custom to stand for the Mourner's Kaddish, please do, page 150. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah. Bialma divrach gerutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon uvyomechon u'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala v'zman kariv v'yimru. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach li'olam omei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei kudsha brichu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata damiram b'yalma v'yimru Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'yimru. May the one who brings peace in the heavens bring comfort to all who mourn here on earth, and let us say Amen. And now for some announcements, we bring back to the Bima our beloved President, Sabrina Farber.
Thank you, Rabbi. It is unique that I get to be up here more than once in a night, so I promise that I will make this brief but hopefully somewhat entertaining. Shabbat Shalom and welcome to CBST. I want to extend a particularly special welcome to all of Rabbi Weber's family and friends who are here tonight helping us celebrate and honor this new commitment she has made to CBST and that CBST has made to her. We are so lucky to have her on our Bima, and so grateful for all of you joining us from near and far and via live stream to celebrate this particular special Shabbat. Thank you to our Baal Tefillah Cantor Sam Rosen. Thanks to Rabbi Kleinbaum for your service leadership and a beautiful installation tekes. Thanks always to our music director, Joyce Rosenzweig. And a special thanks to the CBST Community Chorus for lifting our hearts and prayers with song tonight. Thanks also to Judy Ribnick for sharing your clarinet with us, and to Barbara Friedman for keeping the beat for all of us. Some need it more than others. Thank you to our guest speakers, Rabbi Dan Berman, and to our very own former Associate Rabbi, Yael Rapport. Do you miss us? It was great. It's great to have you back, so maybe you'll come visit once in a while. Thanks to all of our ushers, to Bonnie, and to Sally, and thanks to Sharon on chat and Jason Zivick for all things tech. Join us tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for Shabbat services led by Rabbi Sharon Kleinbaum and Cantor Sam Rosen. Aleph Bet, Limud, and Teen Track will also be happening tomorrow, and at 7:30 p.m. you can join us on Zoom for Havdalah. And when I wrote this, they hadn't decided who was going to lead Havdalah, so I'll leave it a mystery. Now it's time for me to channel CBST Secretary of State Michael Levine, who is not with us in person, but I know he is with us on Zoom in the Philippines. Hello, Michael. Hello, Ray. He is our authority for all things involving process and procedure at CBST, specifically around things like the election and the annual meeting. So I am delighted to announce that our annual meeting for the members of CBST will take place this Thursday, December 15th at 6 p.m. It will be our first version of this meeting as a hybrid, so members can join us in person or via Zoom. I hope I did okay, Michael. And don't forget, December 19th at 6 p.m., please join us for our annual fundraising concert for music and arts at CBST. called Broadway at CBST. It'll be hosted by Seth Rudetsky. He's joined by 4 of his most amazing and talented Broadway pals. A special heads up to our Aleinu folks, who are Aleinu and their friends in the 20s and 30s demographic. You know who you are. Special tickets are available and can be accessed by emailing aleinu@cbst.org. Co-chaired by board members Noemi Maslia and Stephen Raphael, sitting right over there. If you have any questions, check with them. And because Hanukkah is coming up, not next weekend, the following weekend, mark your calendars for Friday, December 23rd for our very special Shabbat Hanukkah. There will be special musical performances, something that happens only once a year. You don't want to miss it in person. Much singing and revelry, and of course, latkes and sufganiyot. So, take note, there will also be a special gathering for Aleinu folks just before our regular Kiddush at Shabbat Hanukkah. Shabbat Shalom.
I could do a preview if you want, Sabrina. Okay. Yeah, a trailer. I'll do a trailer. There are so many wonderful sponsorships tonight. We won't read them out loud, but please look at them in your program, which I've just, the program. Look in the pages, the back several pages, starting on page 15. You'll see all the wonderful tributes and sponsorships. Thank you all for doing that, and please read them and enjoy them and take them home with you. And I want to repeat that we're delighted to welcome the leaders of the LGBTQ Ukrainian organization, Fulcrum Ukraine, Anton Levdik and Alexander Kodak. Would you stand up again, guys? Say hello to them. We're thrilled to have you with us. And after services, they're going to stay here in the sanctuary if anybody would like to talk to them about LGBT issues and Ukraine in general. And CBST has long been supporting things in Ukraine, and we're so happy to have you with us tonight. Thank you, and blessings to you. Slava Ukraina. And now, what's next? Adon Olam. Page 154.
Azay melech shemo
And after Kiddush and Motzi, everybody is invited downstairs for a special super duper festive oneg in honor of tonight's installation of Rabbi Yael Weber. Oh, we don't need to bring it back, we just need the cups, the Kiddush cups. Thank you, Stephen. Beautifully done. Rabbi Weber, would you join us? Please stand if you're able for Kiddush on page 156. Thank you.
We have four.
We have four.
יום השישי ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם ויכל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות סברי חבריי וחברותיי לחיים ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו מצוותיו ורצה בנו בשבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה בראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת עם כל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
All right, can we have all the rabbis from Hebrew College come up and hold the challah? Let's see all those rabbis from Hebrew College. Oh, and we have one from RRC, all the friends of Rabbi Weber. Sorry about that.
I see. I forgot. Yeah, that's good.
All right. Let's all be connected. Oh. Oh. Everybody, we have to be connected. Are we all connected?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Yeah. Shabbat